is Chef Andy from Henry, Tennessee at the Family Table Restaurant, and you're watching Good Day Paris.
Good afternoon and welcome to Good Day Paris. I'm Teri Keel, and as you can see, I'm all alone up here, totally unsupervised today because Angie is at home taking care of her baby girl, and we wish her well tonight. She'll be back with us next week, so make sure you tune in then. And seriously though, thank you all for joining us today. We're so glad that you're here with us. And on today's show, we have Staci Foy from the 4-H Club to tell us what's going on with youth development in 4-H. And Bobby Keel is our musical guest who will be joining us to share his wonderful music with us, as well as share with us about his rich history and what he's doing to help our communities. It's going to get real interesting in here today. So they'll be joining us in just a little bit, so don't go anywhere. And in the meantime, we're so excited each week to bring you another great show on Good Day Paris, and we would love to hear from you. So please keep those emails coming. We sure do appreciate you, and your opinion does matter to us, very much so. So please log on to our gooddayparis.com site to like and subscribe and follow us. It really does help us out a whole lot. And please check out our past episodes of Good Day Paris while you're there. We're also currently looking for local businesses to support us here at Good Day Paris. So if you'd like to have us advertise for you here on Good Day Paris every single week, reach out to us at keelmedia@gmail.com. We look forward to hearing from you, and we know you'll be glad that you did. Our pricing is very affordable. And also, if there's something you'd like us to share or discuss here, or someone you'd like us to have on Good Day Paris, please send us an email or log on to gooddayparis.com and let us know what you're thinking. We really are here for you, and we do look forward to hearing from you. So, guess what time it is right now? It's good stuff to know time, and I have some good stuff to share with you. Did you know that today is National, and let's see, what do I have here? Cheese Souffle Day. Boy, and those look good, but I'm on a diet, so no cheese souffle today. And it's also National No Dirty Dishes Day. So, you know, you could treat yourself to a day off of not doing dishes by only eating finger foods, and I sure wish I would have known that earlier because I would have done that. But it's also National Visit Your Relatives Day. Boy, I wish people were closer so that I could, but if you can, today's your day. And it's National Notebook Day. And as Miss Gerald who's been on our show in the past, has said, you know, having notebooks and journaling, that is such a great way so that you can come back years later and see what you did on that day, thoughts you had. So National Notebook Day. And also National Global Accessibility Awareness Day. Wow, that's a lot. And pay attention to all those signs out there. And of course, May is National Barbecue Month. Wow, that does look good. I'm getting hungry. And we have May birthdays here today. Our country music star, George Strait, turns 70 years old. And Saturday Night Live's Tina Fey turns 52 today. And the talented keyboardist from the groundbreaking band Yes turns 73 today. His name is Rick Wakeman. Wow, those guys were all so young back in the day with all of us, right? But on this day in history, In 1980, Mount St. Helens erupted, and that was the deadliest volcano in U.S. history. It sent a column of smoke and ash 80,000 feet in the air, reaching 11 different states. That's amazing. On this day in 2012, Facebook offered its first initial public offering of IPO, which generated $16 billion with the B, and it was the third largest ever after Visa and General Motors. Wow, look at that. That's crazy, Mr. Zuckerberg. And also on this day, way back in 2001, the movie Shrek was released, grossing over $487 million. Wow. I saw Shrek. I love that. That was such a cute movie. It was one of Kevin's favorites. We watched it often. But anyway, I would like to introduce our first guest to you. And he's going to have a song. I'd like to read his bio first. And his name is Bobby Keel, not spelled like my Keel. He's K-E-E-L, we're K-E-H-L, different nationalities. But anyway, Bobby is an acclaimed singer-songwriter who has made significant contributions to the music industry. He was born and raised in Dover, and Bobby displayed a passion for music from an early age. Playing piano at the age of 3, wow. Writing melodies at 5, that's a gift. And started writing songs as a teenager, quickly gaining recognition for his heartfelt lyrics and soulful melodies. He traveled to Nashville's Music Row in 1972 and went on to earn 14 gold and 12 platinum certifications for songs recorded by the likes of Hank Williams Jr., David Allan Coe, Travis Tritt, Merle Haggard, Willie Nelson, the Carter Family, Tammy Wynette, and Tom Jones. Just to name a few. Wow, he's accomplished quite a bit in his life. And Bobby has collaborated with various renowned artists and producers and has toured with Leonard Skinner, Hank Williams Jr., Confederate Railroad, and others, playing for crowds up to 150,000. Wow. I get freaked out just being here. With maybe 10 people in here. Even the members of Tennessee General Assembly have honored Bobby with a resolution for his many contributions to country music and the craft of songwriting. The joint House resolution was unanimously approved by the House and Senate. And beyond his musical achievements, Bobby Keel is known for his philanthropic endeavors. Wow, that's a mouthful. He actively supports causes such as music education and mental health awareness, using his platform to make a positive impact on the world. So, Bobby, welcome to Good Day Paris. And what's the name of your first song?
I'm going to do a song that Hank Jr. recorded. It started out to be a song about warm women and cold beer, and I saw a sign that said, get fire and ice protection for your car, so I flipped the hook and then got with my friend Tony Stampley, and we got with Hank and made a little history with it. It sure was a happy time, you know. I mean, it's been recorded by several other people through the years. Kid
nice.
Rock does a version of it every once in a while on his shows. Anyway, it goes like this right here. Well, I woke up this morning, I was tasting Jim Beam. I was holding the answer to some old boy's dream. Got a bad reputation, reckon I'm a live wire, like my whiskey on ice and my women on fire. From Memphis to Mobile, I have played all the dives. Lord knows I'm lucky just to still be alive. Hey, I'm a Stewart County rebel, and I will not be denied of my whiskey on ice and my women on fire. Hey, I like my whiskey on ice and my women on fire. I love a good sounding guitar and I won't be called a liar. I spent many long nights with a burning desire for my whiskey on ice and my women. I like my women on fire. You know, folks talk about me, I reckon they always will. They think I've had an easy ride, they say I've had it downhill. What they don't think about, what they don't realize, shoes that I'm filling, they're a mighty big size. One night in Nashville, tried to take my own life. All my best friends done left me, so had my wife. Yes, ride to Florida made me realize had some whiskey on ice and some Florida honeys on fire. I like my whiskey on ice and my women on fire. I love a good sounding guitar and I won't be called a liar. Hey, I may get old, but I ain't getting tired of my whiskey on ice and my women. I like my women on fire.
Wow.
How about that?
Awesome. How about that? I think that was great. Thank you so much.
I'd like to write one like that one every day.
Yeah, and I love the sound of that guitar too. But don't go anywhere. We're going to be talking to you a little bit later. Got a few more songs from Bobby that'll bless all of us, I'm sure. And right now I'd like to introduce Staci Foy of 4-H. I'd like to read a little bit about her bio here. And Staci is an accomplished individual who's made significant contributions and throughout her involvement in the 4-H Youth Development Program, and has left lasting impacts on the youth as well as the community. Through her efforts, Staci has demonstrated her ability to inspire and educate others, fostering a sense of stewardship and instilling valuable life skills. Staci's achievements within the 4-H Club have not gone unnoticed. She was recognized by the Tennessee Cattlemen's Association with the 2014 award for outstanding work in the 4-H beef program. As she continues to progress in her journey, Staci serves as a shining example of the positive impact that individuals can make through their participation in organizations like the 4-H Club. Her passion, drive, and commitment to community service has set her apart and established her as a role model for others seeking to make a difference in their local communities. So welcome. Boy, that's a lot, and you're a busy girl.
Thank you, Teri. Yes. My job keeps me busy for sure.
It
I enjoy
does, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. So tell me all about 4-H. First, let me say to you, do kids first find out about 4-H in schools, or where does this actually come to them from?
Most of the time. We start in 4th grade in the schools. But they may have also heard about it before from local community events. They may have had family members that were 4-Hers. 4-H has been around for quite some time.
Yeah.
And they may just be excited about it because they've heard some other things from other people about 4-H. But most of the time they hear it from us in the classroom first.
In the classroom first, and that's awesome. And so all the kids together do, both the males and the females. And so tell me, how did you get involved initially with 4-H? Have you
Well-
always been involved in it from school?
I have. I grew up here in this
Wow.
community. And this community, we have a really strong support for 4-H. That, this is a great community to live in.
Oh, it is.
We,
Yes, it is.
we're lucky because we are blessed by a supportive community.
Yes.
But I grew up here, and so my 4-H agents, Ken Goddard, Mary Kate Ridgway, Mike Page, Bob Shoemake, all of them made a really big impression on me growing up, and they taught me a lot of things, and 4-H was important to me. My mom was a 4-H volunteer
Oh,
for
my
over
goodness.
30 years. She didn't quit when I finished 4-H. She kept going. She kept on trucking, and she was a 4-H member. So we're
Oh,
kind,
wow.
we're kind of a 4-H family. So
Oh, isn't that cool?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
And,
it seems like people in this area have a specific like involvement in something or other. Like there's so many things available here in Paris and Henry County and in Tennessee, the volunteer state, for heaven's sakes. And they really are. Oh my gosh. I mean, overwhelmingly so. But so tell me a little bit about some of the things that 4-H offers and some of their popular programs and that. Although, can you move this out there? Yeah, just a little bit so that it's pointed out. There we go.
Okay,
Yeah, so we
wonderful.
can all hear
Is
you
that
better.
better?
I think so.
Okay. All right. So can I start with the history of 4-H?
Yes, please.
Okay. Let me tell you a little about 4-H because a lot of people don't know where 4-H comes from.
Yeah.
But 4-H is our government's youth development program.
Wow, it's a government thing.
Yes, it is a
Okay.
government program. There's 4-H in every state in the United States of America.
Okay.
And it's in Puerto Rico and other U.S. territories, Virgin Islands. And so over almost 120 years now, 4-H has been around. And it came about because of the Smith-Lever Act.
Smith-Lever's Act.
The Smith-Lever Act established extension in all of the land-grant universities in
Okay.
the United States. So our extension program, and that's where I work, brings the knowledge and research from the universities to the citizens of Tennessee.
Okay.
And so our land-grant universities, I work for the University of Tennessee.
Okay.
Tennessee State University is also our 1890 land-grant university. So those two universities work together. They each have their own extension programs and their own extension agents, but they work together to provide extension programs throughout the state of Tennessee.
Okay, and
So-
what do the 4-H's stand for?
So the 4-H's, if you've ever seen our emblem before, it's a clover,
It's a clover.
that has the 4-H's in it.
Right.
And when you say the 4-H pledge, there's a head, a heart, hands, and health. So those are the four things that we work in youth development.
Oh, that's very
So,
nice. Okay.
yes.
So, yes, I think I did hear that years ago,
Mm-hmm.
but forgot. So now I know. I'm back with it now. I know what it's all about. So, how long have you been doing this? I understand that you're a extension agent.
Yes.
Okay. And how long have you been involved with this then, just as the extension agent?
So I started my career as an extension agent in 1999.
Oh, wow.
And I worked in McNairy County to begin with because when I started, they had what was called the home rule. And that meant that you could not work in the community or in the county that you grew up in.
Oh.
So when I started my career, I never thought that I would get to come back home and be a 4-H agent in Henry County.
Now, why was that set in place? What do you think their thinking was for that?
I don't know, and they did away with it. They did away
they
with
did?
it within the first 3 or 4 years that I was employed in extension.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, because maybe they wanted you to get out and get about.
Maybe
and
so.
Something like that, but now they've got you back home. That's a good
Right.
thing. Now, are
Yes.
you a Paris girl or are you per year?
Well, I'm a per year girl, and more specifically, I'm a HICO girl.
Oh, okay.
And HICO is about halfway in between Puryear and Cottage Grove.
Oh, okay. Now, Cottage Grove, I haven't gotten to yet. That is like
Okay.
so a place that I want to get to. but I've been to per year, and I understand that you guys are real fussy about how we say that. And growing up in Wisconsin, we were phonetics. Everything had to be pronounced just right.
Sure.
Phonetically. So it's per year.
Per year.
Not per year.
That's right. And Buchanan throws a lot of people off too.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
So just for those folks that aren't from around here.
Yeah.
Buchanan and per year.
Well, we do have a lot of people that are just moving into this area because, boy, we are growing here in Henry County. This place is something.
Absolutely.
Yes, and we're getting bigger all the time. We've got new restaurants moving in and all kinds of things to handle all the extra people coming in, and we're very proud of that. It's really wonderful. You've got a website if people are interested in finding out more and getting involved. And that is with your, I think you said henry.tennessee.edu.
That's right.
Okay. I think it's up there. There it is, the UT extension. And they've got different places on there for the staff information so they could find you or anybody else that's working there on that.
That's right.
That's on your Facebook page as well, I guess, right? So you've got a Facebook page too?
Yes, our contact information is on our Facebook page as well.
Okay. And yeah, we've got the regular website. Oh, there it is. Okay, Henry County. Okay, very good. UT Extension Henry County website. And there's your 4-H's.
There it is. Yeah.
Very good. Look at those sweethearts.
Some of our young people.
Oh, my goodness. So I had asked you earlier about being involved with the 4-H, also working with the Tennessee young farmers and all that. And you're not really a part of that, but you work with all these other...
Right.
Okay.
Right. We do. Future Farmers of America, or FFA, as it's known now, also has a great tradition in Henry County.
Oh, yes. Thank God.
I don't know... Grove School had the first ag classroom in America.
Really?
Yes. So that's you liked history, so
wow.
And so we do both of our goals are to not only teach subject matter, but also to teach life skills and workforce preparation and development for a young person. It doesn't matter what career they want to go into, what they want to do when they graduate high school. They have those tools to take with them into adulthood to make them successful, no matter what they do. And so we do have a strong agriculture program in 4-H here in Henry County. FFA has a strong program, and of course it's all agriculture based. So we do have a lot of crossover. We have a lot of members that are both 4-H and FFA members. I'm a lifetime FFA alumni member. I grew up in this program with Mr. Whitfield and Mr. Clore. Also made big impacts upon me. And so I love both programs.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And you were mentioning that they teach home economics as well. And that was something that when I was in school, long time ago, they used to teach home ec, and that was wonderful, along with typing and other things like that, that they don't do anymore, But that's a great service for children. It's just so good to get their feet on the right path at an early age and give them some life skills, because I've heard a lot of people complain that some of the kids today can't boil water, they can't make eggs, they can't, they couldn't feed themselves. They can throw something in the microwave, but to actually work in the kitchen and things like that, or to sew something.
Yes, and we do have some programs that address that.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Because those are life skills.
They are.
Even I'll tell you about 4-H camp. 4-H camp is coming up in June.
Okay.
We have several different ones, but our big camp is for junior campers, and that's 4th, 5th, and 6th graders.
Okay.
So for a lot of young people, this is their first opportunity to kind of go away from home for an extended amount of time. Some of them that are going to camp have never, ever been away from home.
Oh, wow. And we've got it up there. If people want to join up for that or reach out to you, your number is there. That would
Absolutely.
be awesome. So when the kids get involved with that, do they have to put their own tent up and make their fires and all of that, or no?
It depends. At Owls, we have a lot of different camps. Owls Camp is it's for the older 4-Hers, 6th grade and up.
Okay.
We do fire building, fishing, kayaking, hiking. This camp is a little more traditional camp experience. You're in a cabin, and when we say cabin, the kids think we mean a shack in the woods, but this
It
has
is actually
electricity
nice, huh?
and
Oh,
air
wow.
conditioning and flushing toilets and everything like that.
Oh, wow.
So, but they get their basic camp experiences: the pool, the wildlife cabin, arts and crafts. But what they're learning during that camp, and they don't even realize it, is how to make friends and socialize,
Teamwork.
how to manage your money. I can get myself up in the morning and make myself presentable, brush my teeth, do my hair,
Right.
keep my bed and my luggage clean and neat, and learn some things at camp along the way.
Wonderful.
And so, they're on their kid vacation, but they're also learning those life skills along the way that are going to be so important. And also a big thing for them now is, you know what, I can go away from home. I'm going to miss home, but I can do it, and when I get back, I'll be so happy to get home. And that's
That
a
is
big thing
awesome.
nowadays.
I think that's really important too for these young kids to know, what to do in case something were to happen. I read not too long ago where some young child got away from his parents on a camping trip, and he survived for 3 days all by himself. He knew that he could drink certain water and eat certain berries and things like that. I mean, those are life skills that could literally save your life. That's really interesting. Gosh, I would love to do something like that. When I was younger, I didn't, but that is amazing stuff there. So where do you meet when you all get together and meet for 4-H?
Sure. So 4-H starts in the 4th grade, and it goes all the way up until the 12th grade. 4th and 5th grade is compulsory, so we'll go in to the city and county schools. And when I say we, my coworker is Angela Wilson, and she's our 4-H program assistant, and together we conduct our 4-H program in Henry County. So we will go into each of the schools. We'll meet the 4th and 5th grades in their different classrooms once a month, starting in September and go through March.
During the school year
Yes.
or after? Okay.
During the school year, during the day. And then once 4-Hers get into 6th grade, it's not compulsory anymore.
Okay.
It's voluntary. And so then we have junior high clubs. We have a 9th grade club that meets at Grove. We have a homeschool club that meets at our office, and that's
Okay.
for any of the 4-Hers that are homeschooled, and we see more of those every year.
Where is that? Where is your office? When
people call and ask, I say, well, it's the big blue building where you get your driver's license.
Oh, okay.
And everybody, that's exactly the reaction. Oh, I know that place.
Yeah, I see it right there.
Yeah,
There it is.
we're the front half of the Department of Safety. Department of Safety is in the back slinging driver's license, and we're up in the front.
Oh, very good. Okay. Yeah, no, I wouldn't have known that, and it doesn't really say anything on the outside of the building, does it?
Well, we have a new sign, and it has UT
Oh.
Extension there up on the
Okay,
on
so
the top
this
of
is
the
new.
porch.
That's probably why I didn't see it when I was there before, but
Yeah.
Wonderful. What a great thing. I hope people that are watching and listening will get their kids involved in this,
Absolutely.
It's so important. Today's kids are just always looking like this. They're becoming more self-absorbed. They need to know that they can do things and get out there and have some faith in themselves and make things happen.
Absolutely.
It's such an important part of living and growing up. If we could just get them there, right? So, well, is there anything else that you want us to know about 4-H? Anything coming up?
Well, like I said, we've got our big camps. Of course, we've started preparing for the fair. Our fair in Henry County is a big part of our 4-H and FFA program.
Okay.
And so we have, The very first country ham program in Tennessee was started here in Henry County.
Oh, wow.
And so we have over 70 4-H'ers, almost 80, that are local in Henry County that are curing hams at Clifty Farms.
Oh, my goodness.
And so they
That's amazing.
learn that skill. And we've got 4 other counties that have joined us over the years. So now we have over 130 hams that are being cured by exhibitors from different counties, and they take their hams back to that county and show them at their fairs.
Oh my goodness,
yeah.
how wonderful.
Yeah, so country hams, we've got, the livestock shows, beef cattle, we've got 4-H'ers that exhibit steers, lambs, goats, and then hogs.
Oh, wow.
And so our final weigh-in for lambs, goats, and hogs is Saturday. And then everybody will be set to raise their animals through the summer and then show and sell them at the fair.
Oh, how cool.
And so, yeah, that's a really big part of our summer. Along with camps, we do horse shows. We have 4-H'ers that, I grew up in the horse project, so that's near and dear to my heart.
Oh, horses are amazing.
Yes.
Oh, my gosh.
That's
They truly are.
Yes, we've got judging teams. We meet in the schools, but we also have project groups and judging teams that meet in the evenings during the week. We take trips and compete on judging teams and things like that. So.
Oh my goodness, this is really great to hear
We
about.
got a lot going on.
Yes, there is a lot going on, and that's what the kids need. They need a lot going on. Keeping them on the right path and learning, constantly learning, and taking care of these animals, and just knowing how to be there for them. That's a big thing.
It is. Learning how to care for a living being.
Right.
The right way, and that's part of
Yes.
our program. I teach a quality assurance program where we teach our livestock exhibitors the right way to do the right thing, because they do have to realize that they are producing a food product, and we want to produce a safe, healthy food product, and there are the right ways to do that and the wrong ways to do that. And so that's part of our program. They learn time management skills.
Yes.
I've got to get up early before I go to school to feed my animal.
To do this, right.
We've got to exercise. We've got to halter break, and we've got to work hair. And so there's a lot of responsibility behind that. But then a really big part of, I mentioned earlier how important our community was to our program. This is where our community shines the brightest. When our 4-H'ers auction their hams and their animals off at the fair, they receive amazing support from our community. And so those 4-H'ers are able to take the money that they make from the sale of their product, whether it's a ham or an animal, and they use it for different things. Some of them have a savings account. I heard today that a 4-H'er has a retirement account.
Oh, wow.
They may put that money towards their first vehicle,
Sure.
or college monies,
There you
or
go.
school books. And so that's, like I said, our community is a very important part of our program.
Yeah, it's a lot of accountability for those kids, and boy, Henry County really is the first. There's a lot of firsts there that you were saying, like Grove School being the first and all these different places being the first. That's amazing. Now, I was a city slicker girl, so I didn't I wasn't raised around all of this, coming from a big Florida city. And to me, it's just amazing when I see these young kids out there so proud of what they've accomplished. This, just talking with you, helps me to get a bigger picture of their sacrifice and their hard work, and you gain respect for those kids knowing they did get up early. They were accountable to these animals. They had to do the right thing, and I'm sure that wasn't easy, when they're young like that, to learn those types of things. That must really be difficult. Of course, I love our farmers too, because boy, their lives.
Well, that's
Oh,
another
my
thing.
goodness.
They get a little taste of what it takes to produce food for
Right.
other people, and
Yeah.
that's why I tell them, farming's hard work, and that's why less than 1% of the American population does it, because it's hard work.
It is very hard work.
And so they
Yeah.
come away with a little more respect for farmers and appreciation for where their food comes from.
Right. As do I. I do too. I love my food, and thank you so much for growing it and taking care of the beef and the sheep and the hogs and everything else. I'm so grateful. But well, thank you so much for all this information. And I'm going to bring your Facebook page up again one more time,
Sure.
so people can take a picture of that if you got your cell phone handy, and reach out to Staci and her crew there. And if you've got kids in school from the 4th to 12th grade, boy or girl, get them involved in this 4-H. This is a wonderful program. And the other website is on, is that the Henry County, UT Extension, Henry County website. So henry.tennessee.edu. That's excellent.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I've enjoyed talking to you.
Yes, and here's your contact information here. And the new building there, look at that, how nice. 4-H Owls Camp, get your kids involved in that, my goodness. And the Western Region 4-H Horse Show. Golly, thank you so much for being with us. This has been really informative, and I did not know about 4-H. So I'm learning so much about Henry County and all that it has to offer, and this is very impressive. Very impressive stuff.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bravo to you for all you're doing. Yeah, so stick around for a little bit. I'm going to bring back Bobby Keel, and I'm going to throw this to you for your second song. What's the name of your second song, Bobby?
Excuse me. Now I'm back with you. Boy, it's been trying to like a fur ball. So. This next song is called Need a Little Time Off for Bad Behavior. And I wrote this song back in the early 80s, and David Allan Coe had a hit on it, and a few years later, and then Confederate Railroad put it on their first album, sold roughly 5 million records. That's pretty neat, and a few other people have done it since then, but it goes like this. I need a little time off for bad behavior. Yet a rebel in me done been asleep too long. I need a little time off for bad behavior. It look like I've been too good for too long. Well, I'm up and gone at the break of dawn, working like a regular dog to keep a woman in the water and the lights and the phone turned on. I've been saying yes sir all day at work. I've been singing yes ma'am at home. I've been storing up the cuss words, keeping them under my tongue. Need a little time off for bad behavior. The old rebel in me done been asleep too long. Gotta have a little time off for bad behavior. Well, it looks like I've been too good for too long. Had a number on my mind, I've been fighting all the urge to call. Hey, pretty little strawberry blonde with a southern drawl. Yeah, them good old boys called collect from Mississippi said the fishing been missing me. And a little time off, exactly what I need. Need a little time off for bad behavior. The old rebel in me done been asleep too long. Need a little time off for bad behavior. Well, it looks like I've been too good for too long. Said it looks like I've been too good for too long. Said it looked like I've been too good for too long.
Man, that was
How about that?
great. I liked it. I liked it so much I want you to do a third song. So think of something that you'd like to do for us. You're really good. This is fun. This is a lot of fun being here.
Thank you. I'm gonna play a song. I wrote this I love art. I love going to museums, and thankfully I've been able to go to quite a few of them. Never enough. But this song is written as an homage to some of my favorite painters, and of course, to all the beautiful ladies in the world. I seen Van Goghs, Picassos, Monets, and Seurat's, fixed a gaze on crows and cubes, the scene and seen some dots. I know there's no master's palette that can conjure up a hue to ever paint a picture that's as beautiful as you. You're not one in a million. You're one of a kind. A picture perfect portrait for my frame of mind. No way the greatest masterpiece is hanging in the Louvre. Not even Mona Lisa is as beautiful as you. A Botticelli angel would feel so out of place. Why, she just spread her wings and fly and try to hide her face. Oh, and Mr. Michelangelo, and we all know what he could do. Never paint a picture that's as beautiful as you. Puedes como niña, quieres como una clase, un retrato tan perfecto, tú puedes ver. No way the greatest masterpiece is hanging in the Louvre. Not even Mona Lisa is as beautiful as you. Not even Mona Lisa is as beautiful as you.
Wow. Thank you. Just amazing. Come on over and sit with us and let's talk for a second before we throw you back out there for your fourth song. It's too much fun having you here. And I must say, it's really impressive, your resume here with all these different groups that you've played with and songs that you've written. You really do have the craft of songwriting down to a science here. You've been doing this a while. So yeah, you can come on over, have a seat after you get your guitar settled over there. Welcome to Good Day Paris. And
hey, what a beautiful, beautiful thing this is.
It's a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun every single week here, every Thursday.
4-H club.
I
couldn't wait to go to 4-H.
Were you in 4-H?
Absolutely.
Oh, see, isn't that amazing?
William P. Ridley Camp at Columbia, Tennessee.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing.
I love it down there. I wish I could go back.
Yeah,
all them people
exactly.
Those people be gone now.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
I
Yeah.
commend you on what you do.
Yes.
It's folks like you that really make a difference.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I mean that.
And you're welcome to come back to camp with us. I need some volunteer adult leaders.
Okay.
Yeah, go sing for those kids. Oh my
I did
goodness.
then. I did
Ooh, wouldn't that be
then. In fact, I
something?
played piano for a little girl from Sumner County, and I was from Stewart County, and there was a talent contest, and I kind of got frowned on a little bit there because the girl from Sumner County won with me playing the piano.
Oh, how
Yeah.
nice. And you're a Dover boy, so you're.
The song was I Really Don't Want to Know.
What is it?
I really don't want to know how many arms have held you.
Oh, I don't know that
Beautiful
one.
song, beautiful girl.
Of course.
I was in the 7th grade, you know.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, this is just amazing. Like I was saying, 14 gold and 12 platinum certifications. My goodness.
Yeah.
Bravo to you. I said bravo to her. And you, this is just amazing, Bobby.
Yeah, it's like when I sit like hearing you read the bio, it's like
Who
it's
is
somebody
that?
else.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah,
it's like
yeah.
I'm hearing something.
Yeah.
And because I've never not played music or had music in my heart and my life.
Yeah, you have such a gift.
And it's such a jealous mistress. Music is absolutely.
It is. That's what I've heard.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's,
I have heard that.
but yeah, it's been a great ride. I've got to meet so many wonderful people on stage and off stage. You
Right.
know,
Yeah.
working with just so many different genres of music like I have.
Yes.
And it all boils down to people just want to enjoy music. They want
Yes.
to live, whether it's rap or gospel or anything in the middle,
Country,
Gregorian
rock,
chant,
yeah,
whatever.
classical.
People love it's just our heartbeats. That's
That
the
is.
first. That's a drum right there.
It is. It's just such a beautiful
It's just
thing.
your heart is a drum.
Yeah, but you can also sing. So that's like the trifecta. You got the writing, the playing, and the singing.
Well, I feel like I'm more of an interpreter of lyrics than I am a singer.
Well, whatever you want to call it, it works.
Hey, I got a song with guitars and.
Classic City
And,
Vintage
and
Guitars.
that's
Hey,
Georgia,
yeah,
yeah.
shout out
My
to
son
his
Dylan.
son. There you go.
And so I'm passing the generation on down.
Is he also a
very
singer-songwriter
talented, very
too?
talented.
Oh, how
My
nice.
son Robbie wrote a great song when he was like 17 or 18 years old, and he sings like a bird.
Oh, how
I don't
nice.
sing. Dylan can carry a tune. My son Michael, he's a great musician, but
Oh, wonderful.
he's not involved in music. He's an educator.
Oh, that's good
Graduated
too.
University of Texas.
Oh my goodness,
Summa
how
cum
wonderful.
laude.
Well, they had a good teacher in you.
What they had was they had a lesson to do everything that Dad doesn't do, and maybe things will work out.
Well, I will say it must have been quite the life being with all these people, touring with Leonard Skinner, Hank Williams Jr., Confederate Railroad, just to name a few.
Yeah.
I mean, what was that like? So you were literally traveling around
Yeah,
with
traveling
these
around.
bands?
Oh,
and
yeah, running up and down the road with them. I tell you what, I don't care what band it is, how big they are. After about 4 or 5 days on a tour bus, everybody's feet stink. You have to throw the tennis shoes out the door.
That is the truth, isn't it?
Just, all right, bus
yeah.
driver's like, all right, boy, give me your pass tennis shoes front. They're going out.
They're going out, yeah. You know, that is so true. It's so funny. It seems like it's all limelight, but then when it's actually happening week after week after week, it's like, oh boy,
It can be
get me
brutal out
home.
there.
Get me home. That's where all those good songs are written about missing your house and your family and your girl and all that good stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
3 chords in the truth.
Yes, exactly. You know, how cool is that?
You know what? It's something I do. You know, I'm most proudest of most. Well, that's superlative, isn't it? I'm most proud of the work that I've done in the last going on 20 years. Is my work with the Alamo in Texas, and
Oh,
we recorded. A group of us got together and recorded the only album ever recorded inside the shrine of the Alamo in 2006, and so I go back every year in March and. We do reenactments, we do the songs, the album was picked up. We got to use Davy Crockett's fiddle on the session.
Oh,
After the
my
third song, our
goodness.
fiddle player was begging for his fiddle.
Oh my
But
goodness.
this past year, I was officially adopted into the Crockett family by the descendants. So I am an adopted third great grandson of Davy Crockett.
Oh wow. Now that's saying something, okay?
That's pretty cool. I may have, you know, I don't plan that far ahead, but hey, if there's going to be a tombstone or something.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know.
This was a highlight.
It was a high, you know, it really is.
It sure is. Good grief, it sure is. Well, tell me, what was Nashville like back in '72 when you were going through all this?
Right,
you know?
fantastic.
I bet.
It was, I went to town, I had 2 songs and 5 bags of crappie.
What's crappie?
Crappie's fish.
Okay, never
It
mind.
comes out of the lake and it's delicious.
Oh, really?
Oh, heck
Okay.
yeah. I had it filleted.
You're talking to a
And
city girl
I
here.
knocked
You have
on
to
the first
explain
door, I
everything.
knocked on, and it was the Wilburn Brothers. The Wilburn Brothers sing Country Stars.
Uh-huh.
And the lady said, "Can I help you?" And I said, "Well, ma'am, I've got a couple of songs I'd like to play to somebody. I'm Dover, Tennessee, and you know, and I just want somebody to listen to my songs."
Yeah.
She said, "Well, son, I'm sorry." And she was the nicest lady. There was a picture of Loretta Lynn as big as that door over there, right there, and she had on this mint green chiffon outfit, dress.
Oh my goodness!
Gown.
Back in
And
the day.
I just said, "Oh my goodness." So anyway, she said, "Well, I'm sorry about, you know," and she said, "Do you have, for some reason," she said, "do you have anything else?" I said, "Well, I got some fresh fillets of crappie in my ice chest out in the back."
Uh-huh.
And then this voice from the back said, "Oh, wait a minute, come back here." And it was Leslie Wilburn, who is Teddy and Doyle's brother. And he said, "I can't help you with the song, but I can point you in the right direction." And
Yeah.
so he said, "I'll walk out to the car with you." I said, "No, I'll just run out there and get him for you." I didn't want him to see all of my crappie. You know,
Yeah, I guess it's a lot different now.
In fact.
Things are so much different today
But he
than they were
definitely sent
back
me in the
then.
right direction.
Well, that's good.
And it's been a wonderful ride. I've made so many friends, and after over 50 years of doing it, I've lost some really great friends,
Yeah, yeah.
heroes. I mean, you know, when I came to town, Christopherson, Mickey Newberry,
Oh, wow.
Felicia Boudleaux Bryant.
Can you imagine?
Mary John Wilkin. I mean, all these great writers, Dallas Frazier, Doodle Lawrence, Whitey Schaefer. I mean,
Oh, my
they wrote the songbooks of our lives in country music.
Mm-hmm.
And I was right in the middle of them, you know. Hey, the boy plays pretty good piano. Let's let him tag along, you know.
Oh, my goodness.
Had a Bill Taylor who wrote a lot of hits for Elvis and Jerry Lee Lewis. He was introducing me to some of his friends. He said, "Bobby's a great melody writer." Well, my heart sunk, you know. I wanted, you know, I mean, it's like, huh? I write words too. But, you know, I was known for my melodies, but the thing about it is I was an apprentice in a musical workshop.
Okay.
And I sucked in everything I could. I was a sponge. And
Good.
I went around sounding, every one of my songs sounded like either Gordon Lightfoot or Chris Christopherson.
Oh, yeah.
And it didn't matter what it was, it would come out sounding like, you know. Finally, Mary John Wilkin told me, she said, "I don't know what you're going to do. I don't know if you're going to wind up a star or in jail." But she said, "You need to start writing songs that sound like your songs and not like Chris Christopherson, whom she discovered, you know."
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
But
What
it happens
great
to everybody,
memories.
you know. We all have our, you know, there's never been a writer that wasn't influenced by
Somebody.
another writer, whether
That's
it's
right.
songs or
That's
books
right.
or painting or whatever,
Right.
you know. So.
You know, and I find that very interesting because every really, like Paul McCartney or George Harrison or, you know, from the Beatles way back then in the 60s, they all were into all the soul music.
Well,
and all
rockabilly,
the,
yeah.
all the rockabilly stuff. And they mention that, and I think, isn't that interesting? And they're even bigger than those people, you know.
Well, the dynamics were so different then.
Yes.
White people couldn't listen to black records.
Isn't that silly?
No, I mean, it was like
silly.
Clarksville radio station was WDXN. It signed on with Dixie and signed off with Dixie, you know.
And they had some excellent Motown sounds. I mean, oh my goodness, I enjoyed played those records till they
my
really
dad
couldn't
liked Nat
play.
King Cole and Ray Charles. And,
Oh my goodness,
and
yes.
Solomon Burke and all those guys.
Oh
'cause
my
I definitely,
gosh.
I wrote
Muddy
a-
Waters.
I wrote a song that Albert King recorded, the great blues player
Oh
and
yeah.
singer, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And have to get Dad and nod every once in a while on that. Right
Yeah.
there, you know.
And Jimi Hendrix was so good. He was like, you know, those were all his stars, all those old
Yeah.
guys back in the day.
Well, see, they got to hear it over in the
Yes.
Beatles were listening to, you know, all the Delta blues.
All
what
of
have you.
all of it, yeah.
Even as a small child, I questioned, why in the world would Elvis Presley be singing about a hound dog?
Yeah.
You know, well, then I learned as I got older that Big Mama Thornton
Oh,
had the first hit on it, you know.
really?
But
Hey, and speaking about stinky feet, I heard you never wanted to travel with Elvis because they said his feet stunk worse than anybody's.
is that
Good stuff to know.
I never met Elvis, but I've worked with a lot of people who did work with him and around him, and they all had great stories. I think they were afraid his ghost would come back
Oh,
and get them.
please. Yeah, no, I don't think so.
Those smelly shoes.
They probably buried those things an extra 6 feet. But yeah, I mean, he was really famous, and he was definitely into all that
Sure.
rock and roll rhythm and blues. It was really
Absolutely.
blues. He brought that sway in, you know.
I mean-
I remember when he first came on TV, my parents were like, shut that off. You know? Oh, if they
You know, he
could
got
only
double
know.
whammy. He grew up in the Delta,
Yeah.
and he grew up in the Pentecostal church, and
Yes.
they play, you
Yeah.
know, they play everything. You
They
know?
do,
And
yeah.
so
Yeah.
he couldn't help but shaking a little bit there in the rattling too. You know,
Yeah, those were the days. Boy,
really was.
Yeah,
You
that
turn-
really was.
You could turn the radio on here and hear a rock and roll song, and then you turn, you know, and then it'd be something by Sinatra. You know, it wasn't
Yeah.
like, well, we only play country or we only play
Right.
this.
It was
It was all juxtaposed together. You know,
right.
and you could
They
just
were
appreciate
rhythm
it.
and blues and all of that, soul and everything, classicals too. I mean, classical gas. That was one that they had on. Remember that one?
What
It
was
was
it?
all guitars. It was absolutely stunning, and that was in with everything else. You know, mixed
You're
in.
talking
with
about
everything.
Mason Williams and classical gas? and-
Yes.
Yeah.
That was
and
such
Paul
a
Murray
beautiful-
and his orchestra with
Yeah.
Love is Blue and
Yeah.
all those great.
And then Jerry Lee Lewis you'd have on right along with the Supremes or somebody
Yeah.
else. And it was really good music back in those days. And, you know, it isn't like that now. Now you do have all these genres of music all separated pretty much so. You know, and this one doesn't want to be with that one. It's
Yeah.
really something. So what do you want to ask him? That's what I want to know.
Gosh.
What an honor to have you here and to be able to pick your brain for a minute about all the fun stuff you've done.
What musician do you look up to the most? Who do you idolize?
You know, he just died, I guess, Gordon Lightfoot.
Oh, Gordon! Oh my goodness!
He's still one of my all-time greatest influences. I saw him several times. I actually got to meet him on the stage of the Grand Ole Opry
Oh, come on!
during the 10 Pan South. Former resident of Paris, Merle Kilgore, who was a good friend of mine.
Oh,
Merle introduced me to Gordon, and Donna Summer was there that night, Ray Parker
oh my
Jr.
gosh, Donna Summer.
And there was a couple of others, and Gordon, but I didn't even remember the rest of them. I mean, I got what you're saying, some of these, but it's Gordon Lightfoot. Man, this is the real deal. You know,
Oh my goodness!
I went home and wrote a song about him as an homage to him, and I still play it every once in a while. I recorded it a few years ago, called Gordon's Gallery.
Oh really? Oh, how cool!
Yeah.
What's that final song you're going to play tonight? It's not Gordon's Gallery, is it?
I can if you want me to.
Well, you tell me what you're going to play.
I was going to play a song that I had written, that I wrote years ago. It's called Watching His Sun Going Down, and it deals with addiction and what have you.
Oh yeah, boy,
But-
that was a big thing.
Yeah. But I think I'll try to do Gordon's Gallery.
Yeah, that'd be
How
fine.
about that?
Yeah, I don't think we have it up on our introduction, so it won't come through. But
That's fine.
but that's fine. We'll just talk about. And what a great thing for you to do for Gordon Lightfoot. You know,
Yeah.
what a great memory. Awesome stuff.
He played right up till the end.
Who was the first person? I guess I would want to know. Who was the first person that you had record one of your great songs? Do you remember your very first?
Bobby Goldsboro.
Oh,
did a
stop it.
thing.
I loved him.
And it was a song called 11 O'Clock in Chicago. It was one of the first two songs I
Oh
ever
my
wrote.
goodness.
Sadly, it was never released,
Oh no.
but he recorded it.
He recorded it, but
Yeah,
didn't
and I
release
just
it.
knew I just knew my little song was going to be the next Honey. Or watching Scotty grow or something.
Oh my goodness.
Wound up in a can somewhere. It's probably done deteriorated and fell apart and everything else.
Well, maybe somebody will hear us and they'll release it.
Hey, you never can
Hey,
tell.
you never can tell. The weirdest things can happen. Truth is stranger than fiction. Always.
Absolutely.
And things that happen. So
And it's out there.
it is out there. It's a weird world we're living in, isn't it?
Somebody said the other day it's a small world, but I wouldn't want to paint it.
Yeah. Hey, that's good. Oh my goodness. Well, yeah, we've got another song coming from you. So yeah, go play that. And
Shall I do that now?
yeah, I guess. Is that okay, Kevin, if he does that now? Absolutely, he said.
Absolutely.
All right. I can't wait to hear it. Thank you. Thanks so much for being here. And thank you, Staci, too. Thank you for
I
being
enjoyed
here.
it
This
so
has
much.
been so
Thank
much
you.
fun. I just love all this music.
I do too. This has been a treat for me.
Yes. You're probably a little too young to remember some of those songs way back then, but
But I do know who Gordon Lightfoot is.
oh, I know it. Wasn't Gordon good? We are ready. You want to tell a story about this?
How about this is an homage to Gordon Lightfoot, who passed away a couple of weeks ago, the king of Orilla, Canada. Well, he was born with a poet trapped inside his heart and mind, a dreamer of believing in another place and time. And when the moonlight hit the meadow and the light unleashed the hues, I was blinded by the brilliance of his multicolored views. He changed the way I feel about the early morning rain, while tilting at a windmill passing as the night in Spain. Well, I've read the tales his thoughts have told, from sundown to Big Blue. Slipped away on a carefree highway to see a painter passing through. Well, I'd love to show the world there is another part of me who rides an endless wire with desires of being free. And when the moon is in the meadow and I should be fast asleep, I'm off again with the pony man to Gordon's Gallery. Oh, he changed the way I feel about the early morning rain, while tilting at the windmills passing as a night in Spain. Well, I've read the tales his thoughts have told, from sundown to Big Blue. Slipped away on a carefree highway to see a painter passing through. He changed the way I feel about the early morning rain, while tilting at the windmills passing as a night in Spain. Well, I read the tales his thoughts have told, from sundown to Big Blue. Slipped away on a carefree highway to see a painter passing through. Slipped away on the carefree highway to see a painter passing through.
Amazing. That was great, Bobby. Thank you so much. Yeah, and what a great tribute to him. And
I like that song. It wrote itself. I got out, once the idea came, I just kind of stood back and let it write itself. Those are the best ones anyway.
they are. You're so gifted. And that just came to you as a little boy. All this, it just came to you. What a gift.
Yeah, it is. I used to say it wasn't, but now that I've gotten older, yeah, it's a gift.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
It really is. It's just something, I do it and then I get away from it for a few days and I look back, and the really good ones, it's like, who really did that? I want to meet that person that come up with that.
And it was you.
I'm always writing, it's just, I go to bed writing, I wake up writing, wake up in the middle of the night.
Gosh.
There's no telling how many great songs I have dreamt and then wake up and poof, they're gone. You can't remember what they were.
I do. I understand that. I've actually had something like that happen to me over the years. Many times I'll be singing it and then I wake up and it's gone. Well, we've got your information up here for Facebook.com, Bobby Keel Music. So this is your Facebook. There's your favorite blue hat right there.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I just have to say, I think that those songs that you get are like from the angels. They just come to you from the angels, and they drop them on you and hope that you'll be able to quickly record them.
I feel like a conduit more than a writer.
Yeah?
I feel like a conduit. It just flows through me,
Yes, yes.
And I'm just, I'm a tool that the higher conscience is using to put it on paper or on tape or what have you.
And it's like it's meant to be, it's like it's just meant to be. These songs need to be here. They help people deal with issues, stuff they're going through, things they're feeling. And it's just such a blessing. I can't say thank you enough from my heart to yours and all the other people out there who do songwriting like that. It's just such a talent, such a gift. Really appreciate it. And I can't thank you enough for being here on
Thanks
Good Day
for having
Paris.
me.
Yes, our honor. And
Maybe
also,
we can do it again one of
Staci.
these days.
Huh?
Maybe we can do it again sometime.
Absolutely, we can do this again sometime. Are you still just over in Dover?
I live in Clarksville.
Oh, you're in Clarksville. That's not very far. So yeah, that's awesome.
It's not far at all.
Well, you let us know when you're available. We'll get you back.
I know everybody between here and Clarksville, so if I have a
I
flat
believe-
tire, if I have a flat tire, it's not like I'm stuck on the interstate somewhere east of Omaha.
Well, thank you so, so very much. And Staci, thank you for bringing forth all this information about 4-H.
I was tickled to be here. Thank you.
Really, you guys are amazing, and this has been a lot of fun, lots of information, and hope y'all get your kids hooked up with 4-H. It's a good thing. So we hope you'll come back next week. We have a great guest lined up for you and other things going on. We'll keep you posted on Good Day Paris and on Facebook. But very exciting topic coming up next week, and it's one that I absolutely just, oh my goodness, I get so into this. We've got a medical doctor coming in talking about life after death. And I'm sure most of you have had thoughts about that. I'm always wondering, what's that going to be like? What's that going to look like, crossing the bridge over to the other side, And to me, that's just, I want to know how to pack for that. I want to know all the right things to do. And I've had a death and dying experience, so I can't wait to have this doctor be on with us next week. So please, you don't want to miss that. Be sure to tune in next week for another fun and absolutely interesting show. We promise you won't be disappointed. So thank you both again for being here, and I hope you'll tune in next week and watch us too. And have a good day, Paris.